We are making our fabulous fajitas, and I'm going to talk about the ingredients right now. Several things. First of all, depending upon your pan, you may not need this, but I always suggest it just so you're not ruining your chicken or your shrimp or your steak, whichever meat you're using. So I would just spray a little bit of this on your pan first of all. After that, make sure you have your chicken. For this particular recipe, we're going to use 5 to 6 breasts of chicken. And I've got my white onion here. I got some white onion. I personally love the taste of a white onion. You can use the other onions, but some salt and pepper. We've got here salt and pepper. We've got. I actually have a marinade here, and to be honest, I've done fajitas without any kind of marinades, but there's tons of different marinades that you can play with out there. There's one in particular that has papaya in it. It is papaya and lime. It is delicious. So every time you do a fajita, I challenge you guys to pick a different marinade until you find the one that you absolutely cannot live without. This is a really good one. It's a Mexican-style fajita that you could find probably in almost any of the grocery stores. So we're going to use that one today. But with your bell peppers and your onions, you don't necessarily even need a marinade because the taste is going to be there. It's going to be there, and you're going to be using some limes that you'll squeeze on top of the chicken as you go, and it's going to taste delicious. And so we've got some of our other typical toppings that we'll be putting on later, but I've got some cheese. Now this cheese is important because you can't just use like a cheddar, sharp cheddar cheese. You have to use something like a Colby Jack, or which is Colby and Monterey Jack cheeses, and they mix both of those together. It's shredded and everything already. That's my favorite. Also, something similar to that is like a Mexican mix. You can find it. It just is called like a Mexican cheese mix, and I think it's probably very similar to the Colby Jack that we have here. And so that's my favorite cheese to use. You can put a little bit of hot sauce on it. That's optional. And there's other extra things that we'll talk about down the road here, which you can add to your fajitas. But those are our basic things. We've got our green pepper, we've got our white onion, we've got our limes, we've got our smaller tortilla. I also want to challenge you guys, if you know anyone that makes homemade tortillas, or if you're feeling brave, make your own tortillas because they're sweet and they're delicious. So way better than like the packaged ones I have here. But I didn't have time today to do that, so we're just going to use the store-bought tortillas.